Patagonia, exploring the land of Guanacos and Condors, stargazing in the southern hemisphere. Welcome to Patagonia. Patagonia is a massive region spanning glaciers, lagoons, rivers, and mountains, covering over 1 million square kilometers at the southern tip of South America. It's a haven for hikers and nature lovers. But did you know that it also has a unique wildlife that flourishes here? In this video, I embark on a safari to explore these fascinating animals and birds, leading you to a special conclusion you won't want to miss. I'll show you creatures like Guanaco, Rhea, and Andean condor bird that you can only see in this terrain. Have you ever wondered what it's like to stargaze in the southern hemisphere? Watching the night sky from Patagonia is a grounding experience. Join me as we uncover the magic of Patagonia's wildlife and night skies. In this trip, I have explored Argentina's capital city, Buenos Aires, and the surprising nation of Uruguay in detail. I have trekked through the challenging hikes of Patagonia, through Chile and parts of Argentina. You can find out all about a detailed travel plan on tips on best ways to explore these places on my channel. Let me tell you how I discovered the unique wildlife of those grasslands. I took a flight to El Calafate from Ushuaia, where my Patagonia journey began. You can also fly straight from Buenos Aires to El Calafate. It takes a little over 3 hours. You can drive or take a bus, but it takes about 40 to 45 hours to get there from Buenos Aires. Slow travelers can enjoy the stunning landscapes of Argentina. But for me, saving time is essential. You can check into a hotel or hostel or lodges in the city. These are easily available. Some choose to stay in estancias, which are stylishly maintained farmhouses spread across the grassland, but they can be expensive. I began my El Calafate adventures with a boat ride and a challenging glacier hike. Puerto Moreno, that offered stunning views of this landscape. For my wildlife tour, I booked a day-long safari that included 2 meals and a stargazing experience. Depending on the tour company you will choose, a booking like this will cost you less than $200 and can easily be found on Viator or Get Your Guide. The jeep ride through the steeps of El Calafate was in stark contrast to the atmospherics of a glacier. This time, as far as the eye could see, there were wide rolling plains, grasslands, and glimpses of unique living things. Patagonia has ocean wildlife like the penguins, the cormorants, and sea lion animals that I spotted while cruising the Beagle Channel in Ushuaia. You can find out more about my trip to southernmost city in this video. These steeps are home to the Guanaco, the Rhea, the Condor, the Puma, and the Patagonian skunk. But the source of sustaining life in this land with limited water is its succulent plants and herbs. Wild berries are so popular here that there are legends about them. Eat a blueberry and you'll return to Patagonia. Eat a red one and you won't be coming back. En route, we found a shrub that's used to make vapor ups, the salves for cold.
Vaporub.
Vicks vapor
La
up.
crema para el pecho.
Rosemary. In the past, this shrub would provide sustenance as firewood, as timber to build shelters, and for healing wounds. We're gonna hop back in the jeep. Driving ahead, a beautiful vista offered a gorgeous view of the scale and beauty of this landscape. We got a chance to spot condors, a big and heavy bird. The Andean condor is a part of the vulture genetic family, but it's much larger than most birds. It weighs about 15 kilograms and tends to glide rather than fly because of its bulk. Black in color with a ruff of white feathers at the base of the neck, the condor is a scavenger and feeds on carrion. Oh, this is the stone grave. Got it. Yes.
So when
This
you
was
use
the
the
tree.
drone, here you can see a perfect circle, very, very clear.
In these terrains, native people like the Selkmen and the Yamana lived for thousands of years before Spanish colonialism. Remains of their ways of life stand as living memories, like this native grave. We learned yesterday in the tour as well that the way that they would bury the native people was by putting them in this position. They couldn't burn it because there's no wood here and that would be very expensive. They also couldn't bury them because the land is very, like there's stones and it's very harsh. So the only option left was like put that person like a squatting position, and then they were supposed to put a lot of stones and make it like a perfect circle. For some of the really amazing people like the chief or some big man, the circle is gonna be like really big and on top of a hill. So here we see on top of this hill, this was the big circle, and somebody was buried here who was of high importance to the community. Like the Andean condor, the South American Rhea is a bird native to this region. Related to African ostriches and Australian emus, these birds are unique to Patagonia. Some Rhea species are endangered, but the most common breed is often kept as pets on the farms and ranches. As the sun rose in the sky, the weather became hotter. We took a break for lunch to enjoy an authentic estancia experience. Alright guys, so now we've stopped at this house. We've stopped here to have some amazing lunch. And then you can see all these Guanacos. Oh, nice.
The appetizer, Guanacos in the front.
So beautiful. Estancias, as I mentioned earlier, are local ranches where traditional ways of life are preserved.
Okay.
Yeah. Muchas gracias.
The meat is cow meat.
Cow. Okay.
It has bacon.
Okay.
And it has like a pepperoni.
Okay. With farm fresh vegetables and meat served to us, the conversation flowed freely.
The other one is more spicy.
Oh, the other one's
The other
more
one,
spicy?
yes.
Okay.
Yes. Your origin is spicy.
Yes.
That's why I put the spicy food.
I love dinosaurs. I mean, it's good for me because it's party and there's people, you connect. Yeah.
It was my...
You don't have to do everything in one go. Imagine this, I went to Rome and I didn't go to the Vatican City in 2011, but I came back in 2022 and then I visited the Vatican, But everybody's like, oh, you gotta go to the Vatican. Yeah, but I don't wanna rush, right? Vacations for like taking it easy and relax, right?
Yes.
I don't wanna be like rushing, yeah, exactly.
Lei ci corre.
Guaguáis como el río y el mar y mis pobres ovejas. Guaguáis, corazón de carbón, Santa Cruz de mi amor.
The lunch was sumptuous, with fresh produce and wine setting the perfect mood as our host played the guitar and sang folk songs. It was an immersive and relaxing moment for all of us on this tour, and we soaked in the sounds and flavors here. Hey guys, after the morning trip, I took a nap. And now, time to go for stargazing. I know it's still daylight, but it starts at 7:30, so I'm not sure what to expect. I'm gonna go ahead and tidy up a little bit and go down and wait because we've got just 15 minutes to go. As the sun began to set, we were taken to dinner to another local farmhouse which gave us a glimpse of ranch life in Patagonia. So this place is an estancia, which means a farmhouse, and it's right by the river. It's time for dinner now. It's 9:02 and we're gonna get in and go get some dinner. Although I'm not hungry, and there goes the diet, 1 meal a day. So that's not happening, but I got some great shots. Ooh, look, there's a sheep. Is this a friendly sheep?
Yes.
Okay. Hello.
Beto. Sí, para que camine.
Our meal featured signature dishes from Patagonia, but I wasn't very hungry. I did try the guanaco meat again, as grilled meats of South America are not to be missed.
¿Se escucha bien en el fondo? ¿Se escucha? Un poco alto, ¿no? Ahí mejor, mejor ahí.
Before heading out to gaze at the night sky, we were given a glimpse of how different it looks from the southern hemisphere. For example, Alpha Centauri appears much closer from here. Though I'm not an astronomy expert, I discovered that thousands of stars twinkle brightly in this clear, dark sky. The clean air and tranquil night was a soothing experience. Alright guys, that was a fun experience watching the sky from the southern hemisphere, and we took some great pictures as well. It was a lot of fun. It's good to sometimes do an experience that's not in the city and just with the nature, watching the sky. I think it adds to the overall theme of the trip of meditation, spirituality, healthy living. So it was definitely on the menu. Immersed in the sweeping landscape of Patagonian steppes, I found this wildlife safari a refreshing change from the city travel. Places like this preserve the ways of our past. I hope they remain unchanged, even as time flies by. This is not the only unique adventure that I had in South America. I traveled to the world's southernmost city, Ushuaia, and took a ride down the Beagle Channel on this trip. You can find out all about this journey to the end of the world in this video.